One of the biggest challenges in my life is this idea of time traveling to a future that doesn't exist. Maybe some of you can relate this idea that there's a goal or a dream or an aspiration out there in the future that you really care about and that you're just kind of waiting or hoping that that day comes to reality. And this really has been the story of my life, right? I love pushing my limits, chasing big, crazy dreams and goals, sometimes succeeding, sometimes crashing and burning and failing. What I continue to realize is that time traveling to the future is great in doses, but it is extremely dangerous if it's the only thing in your life. Meaning that where we actually find fulfillment and excitement and passion and do meaningful work is today, is right now. And sometimes I see, and even see in myself, this yearning for a future that may or may not ever come true at a detriment of really thinking hard about the things that are going on in my life today that are either making me excited and happy and filled with energy and ready to take on the world, or are kind of draining me and not helping me be at my best. So what the epicenter of all of this is where do we find fulfillment, right? Where do we find this energy that we can wake up in the morning and we are excited to take on the day, maybe even scared to death to take on the day because of the things that we're going to have to overcome and the adversity that we'll face, the challenges that we'll go through, the deep end that we'll jump into. But we wouldn't trade it for a thing because we know that not only is this our best path to that future vision, but it's the thing that makes us most excited and most fulfilled. And so that's not an easy question to answer, but the point is we have to spend time thinking about what we want our lives to look like in every single day. Whether or not that's in service to a long-term vision or dream or goal, a vision in the future that may or may not exist, is a secondary question. And over time, we can get those things to align more and more, but we have to do the work on checking in with ourselves on how are we showing up today, right? Could we say that we're a 10 out of 10 fulfilled, energized, ready to go, wouldn't change a single thing? That is the ultimate goal. That is where we do our best work. And most importantly, that is all that matters because we don't know if we get one more day or 10,000 or 20,000. And so that future that may or may not exist doesn't matter in perspective of the very little time that we have and how important it is to focus on today versus that day in the future. What do you think? Does it make sense? Am I missing huge gaps or blocks in this in terms of your worldview? I would love to know. Send me a message, leave a comment, help me understand where you're at. Is this something that you struggle with? That vision of the future that you eagerly want to get to it at almost a detriment to the experience that you're having today in the skin that you're in and the shoes that you fill. I hope, if nothing else, this challenged you to think a little bit differently about the world that you're living in.